I'll wait for everybody to fill up the room, and then meanwhile I'll just take the box out so everybody can see. Anybody see it? Get this chair in the way. Elevate it a little bit. Shiny box. There you go. How's it going, everybody? Before Edward stole everything, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. Atari Fire Gaming stole everything. Let's discuss why all the stuff I want to talk about. You can see my mouth. All the stuff I want to talk about regarding this show and the toy. Let me get into it before I say it, and then nobody's here. So,宇宙戦隊Kyuuranger. Background on this: it's the first collaboration that anyone's ever heard of between Toei and Saban. There's been a lot of speculation. I don't see that combination unless it's like Saban screwing the show up, because I don't see a real connection between Saban and Toei in this show. It has an annoying red, much like a Toei annoying red would be. Unless Saban wants to appeal to like the Kyuuranger crowd or something. What do I think of the show? Not much has gone on. I remember the Red Letter Media review of... It was actually called Review. The show's called Review. Review of Tremors. And they said, in the first 10 minutes you have to get the attention of the audience. And I really didn't get it I didn't get my attention. Uchuu Sentai Kyuuranger didn't get my attention in the first 10 minutes. First 2 episodes even. So that's like 40 minutes, 50 minutes. Doesn't really have my attention. The first episode I'll get into a little bit. The first episode and second episode have 2 different things. And one thing I'll discuss about would be it being a toy commercial. First episode really failed for me. Let's talk about this toy a little bit. How would you describe this in the show? Maybe I should pull up a little image from online if I can find it. Probably edit this out later on. And probably everybody can't find this thing because I typed the... What do you call the blaster? It's a Seiza blade, but it's spelled with an E, not an A. Take note of that when you're reviewing this. My letters aren't showing up. I must have lost all my memory. Yes, I can't type anything. Oh, there it is. My computer's a little slow. So I'm just gonna find any image I can find of the ads for this toy. This probably isn't a good photo, and also depends on your computer. If it's a big computer, you can tell that there's obviously a problem with the toy, and then again to why. I wanted to even do a little skit of how I thought the toy was very impractical. Well, I wouldn't know if it's from the box even. You don't even need the ad, even though I'm going to add it later. So what is your opinion of the box and toy and weapon and morpher and all this stuff in one? It does a lot of stuff. What do you notice? See if there's any feedback from the group. I probably gotta update the thing is called also. Well, this is on mute, otherwise I'm gonna make sure some repeat. Oh yeah, good, it's on mute. I spelled it right. Anyway. So basically what you notice in the photo is that this thing is freaking huge. Like, there's no photo. You can sort of see it on the arm, but it looks a lot smaller in that photo. It's a huge box. I'm moving now. This is huge and impractical. And Japan, Tokyo, you know, crowded city. I was on the subway. Like, this top thing is obviously going to crash into people. And, like, you have bags, but, like, people don't put a box in the box for the box. Something like that. This thing got bent. And it's obviously easily to get bent. It's a little bag, but, like, you run to one person, it's done. I don't think anyone's going to have a mid-box of this toy. There's someone who claims that they have a mint box of this toy. They lied. You can have a mint box of this toy, and I'll assume you lied. There has to be some sort of illusion or something, because there's no way this box didn't get bent. Maybe if you live in the middle of a farmland rural area, it's fine, but like, city, don't think so. Shanghai, Tokyo, New York City, it's done. Maybe if you take a public car, maybe if you drive everywhere, in a crowded city, in 20-mile-per-hour traffic, call an Uber. I think this box is done. And there's multiple reasons why I speculate as to why they did that with the box. QA. This couldn't have gotten past QA because, like... Well, it probably didn't get past QA because if you touch this box like I'm touching the box right now, you know... You'll notice that there's like the little bit of a gloss on it. It doesn't feel like cardboard. So that's pretty cool. So it's probably somewhat waterproof. Although there's like a little bit of crack right here and stuff. It's not like completely sealed. It's not like a bubble wrap or anything. But yeah, QA. QA obviously didn't do their job or they didn't care. There's multiple reasons for why I'm speculating. Because this part of the box is definitely gonna get bent. If you find a part of the box that isn't bent like this, especially this part, save it, auction it for $1 million on eBay because it's probably never going to be found. I recommend you to auction it as soon as possible because like it's probably not going to stay that way for a long time anyway. So like it's going to be impossible to find a really mint box of this. And I think when they gave it to me, it was actually in good condition. But if you're on the subway, like New York City, Japan, where this toy was made, where it's well known that people get groped and stuff. Like, people run into each other, like, people get shoved by public service members onto the bullet trains. Like, this is not going to survive a bullet train filled with 1 billion people on it. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, Q&A. So why did they let this happen? The most likely thing, which probably no one will believe, because like they think everybody's like, oh, Toei hates us and they did this on purpose. But I'm just gonna say what everybody doesn't think, because everyone's gonna know it anyway. They didn't care, because they thought, oh, we made Kyuuranger as a star, everybody's gonna like it because of a star, and then Ninja had the star, and those stars and shurikens and whatever. This is a star design. It looks cool, right? Let's make the box look like a star. The problem is they didn't make it like it was a Valentine's box of jewelry or chocolates for like your girlfriend or something. This is very... It's not cheap. Like, there's obviously a layer here, but it's not gonna support itself. It's not like a box. This is like... It's cardboard. This part is a box. This is just cardboard, though. So it's very weak and stuff. It's not going to hold up when you put it in the bag and show you. This is the bag I used to put it around, put it in. And when you put it in there, like, there's gonna be a part where this part of the box, this part is hitting this part of the cardboard, which isn't really a box. So it's not convex and it won't get protected by like what's inside, the heavy stuff. Q&A, what else? I had like 3 reasons for this. So they probably had that idea, like, oh, either they're like, either they didn't do the QA, which I doubt they didn't do. They're Japanese engineers making these toys are very smart people, because nobody knows how to make toys like these and put them in a show. So to some extent they didn't care, but the other reasons are because they had test groups and they're like, wow, we have to put the star on the box so everybody will like this. It'll market Kyuuranger. Really cool. Maybe the kids liked it and they didn't think about how the box would get bent on the collectors. That kind of stuff happened when they were deciding on how to make the box. I think I might have reasons. I'll probably get back to it another time. It's weird. It doesn't look that big on the back even, but you can tell when you hold this box, it's very heavy. Let me see if I have any comments. I don't know if I got a response. I don't have my phone with me. Let me see if anyone's responding to me on Facebook. I'll be right back. That's my wallet. I think the show's been overhyped as a Twice Saban combination. I didn't bring my phone with me, so please comment on YouTube if you have to talk to me. Because I could read on my Facebook browser too, but I don't think there's anything there. So anyway, I don't think that there's too many characters, first off, and I understand the appeal of it, and I think that what they should do is that they introduce a new character every episode and then make it more like Kyuuranger, where it's not about the bad guy, which it isn't. It's about getting to know the characters, getting to know the setting and stuff, which is pretty cool. I show the box, since this is all the box. I don't think it's... I'm not sure what the marketing or who they're trying to appeal to is. This toy is bulging out of the box. This looks like he's going to break the box already. This is a huge gap here. I don't know if you can see it. You can see that hole. This looks like it's going to fall out anytime soon. They're not about tragedies, they're about accessibility. Like, accessibility isn't about, like, Taxi Driver anymore. It's about, like, cartoon shows and postmodern marketing and toy commercials and stuff. The $1 billion Batman vs. Superman, Avengers, etc. So, the first episode, Kyuuranger Blue, was the main focus, because he had a tragedy with his planet. But they don't really cover about it, and they have so many different characters, like, it sort of gets lost in the shuffle, in my opinion. It's been done before, like, it was done a lot better with Doggy Kruger and stuff. And the acting wasn't that good, I think. It didn't really add to it. Sort of lost direction. tangenting a lot, actually. So the second episode, they actually do make it a better toy commercial. The first thing, I didn't understand what the point of this was. I actually saw Hassan Ahmed's video on this, and that was when I was like, oh, this is a really cool tie to have. Like, if I didn't watch Hassan Ahmed's YouTube video on it, I wouldn't have bought this. Episode 1, I didn't want to buy it because of this. Because of the first episode. The second episode, however, does a really much better job. They have the cue the weapon, or what do you call it? It transforms into so many different things. Has so many different sounds. It's really cool. It's basically a morpher, I think, with so many of its functions. I really wanted to get one of those, but it was sold out in New York City. So, cue the weapon was really cool. You can turn it into so many different options, and then it has like this voice come out of the weapon. Really cool. That was a really good toy commercial. That's what they need more of. Because the story and the DVD sales probably aren't going to be that great, but toys, yes. Because walking around this thing with the 90s gets you beat up in school. Especially since people don't know what Super Sentai is. They do, and they beat up people for wearing Power Ranger stuff. The differences between accessibility. So, it's pretty cool that they have the Kyutamas. They show the Kyutamas on the back over here. Maybe get a good view of it. Get the glare out of the way. So you see the Kyutamas, and then you see the mechs come out of them, which is pretty cool. And I believe these are the morphing orbs, according to Hassan Ahmed. Actually, use those. Oh, the Kyutamas, actually, sorry. They even show you in the box on the bottom that you can use them in the morpher. The middle of the box shows that you can use the stuff, move them in the middle, and do different voices. I think they showed the different voices by, this box is so huge, I don't even know how to see. Okay, there you go. I can't see it at the same time, actually, because it's in the middle. You'll see that it basically shows you each color is a different voice command, I'm guessing. To actually read it. If I knew enough Chinese, I'd be able to read it. Unfortunately, because it matches, but unfortunately, I don't, so can't read it. The bottom also shows that you can use the Kyutamas and the mechs. And there's the morpher on the side. There's the, as you can see, it doesn't look that big on the thing, which I showed before. It lights up. It's pretty cool. I have the Kyuuranger logo over here. A lot of Japanese I can't read. You know, when you're Chinese I won't be able to read. Something about it involving February 12th, 2017 to, what's 16 or 17? 2017 to June 12th, 2017. They actually have a English label here. Can't see it. This thing's shiny too. There it is. Warning: choking hazard, parts not for children under 3 years old. Maybe because it went past imports or something. Inspection. Maybe that's what they did, didn't it? Also mention of the LED light here somewhere. I should probably do this with my phone, actually. It's hard to do that with the laptop webcam. This is actually interesting. If you remember my videos from the Accelerator was made in China. Guess where this one's made? Let's see it. I guess it's there, but it's sort of hard to see with the glare. Made in Thailand. Also, you can see the Kyuuranger Seiza blaster here, and they combine into one word. Because sometimes in Taiwan and other places, they just combine the words into one word. Oh, I also didn't show. I showed some of the front, but I didn't really explain it. Again, they show the arrows up here. Kitama. You show that Raptor is one of the Kyurangers because there's not in anyway, so it's not really much of a spoiler. Two females on the top. Two females on top. Raptor has like a little bit of a wing here, which is sort of cool because of her hair having a little bit of dangle, which is probably a visual reference to that. All the Kyurangers have. I'm not sure about all the Kyurangers. I didn't check. Let me double check. Some of them are not clear, but like a lot of the Kyurangers, you can tell they're wearing their own Kyutama, which is pretty cool. No fan fiction over there. I should probably do another video of this some other time, because I can't really show it too well on this webcam. On another note, you can see I think this is the symbol for the batteries. There's 4 of them, and they should be easy to replace, unlike the Accelera, which uses like very small batteries. So Supergirl's starting now. I think I'll continue the rest of the video later, just because I don't think I'll be able to open it very efficiently. I wonder if this was opened before and they taped it back together, because it could have been the manufacturer or something. Or the top. No, it's not it. It's probably the manufacturer then, because like there's some tape here and it looks like the toy's still bulging out. This is Uchuu Sentai Kyuuranger. Seiza Blaster on that side too. I think this also says Seiza Blaster. So I want to go watching some Supergirl. And I'm sort of running out of breath anyway. I think I'll combine the videos later. Also try and get my thoughts on why else I felt they screwed up the box. Like maybe this says it was like rainproof and stuff, but otherwise they just didn't care about this thing dangling out and damaging the box. Oh, here's a conspiracy theory I have for you guys. What if they made this box breakable on purpose? That way people would order more mint boxes, so that the mint boxes would be worth more. Something crazy like that. Imagine that. If that was possible. That's my theory. And that's a good note to end on. I'm going to open it later after Supergirl, and then see you guys later. I will open it, and I just got home vote. I didn't know an efficient way of opening it without you guys getting impatient. Like, why can't you just open it already? Why screwing it up already? Oh no, you screwed up the box, and reaction like that. Like I don't want to do that right away. So let me think about how I like will open it and how I want to frame it. I also didn't figure out if I want to do it on a webcam or if I wanted to do it on iPhone or not. How I would open the box, and give me a couple seconds to open it. I mainly just want to talk about just the box by itself on the webcam, and start with that, and then later do the other stuff. If you have any suggestions, please comment below, and then I'll see you guys in an hour after Supergirl's finished. I would appreciate the help. Thanks a lot. Bye, guys.